Recently, a lot has happened to San Francisco's wide receiver position group. Ricky Pearsall has been placed on the non-football injury list, and Brandon Ayuk has requested a trade. So headed into this training camp and preseason, that group looks pretty thin. But this also means players that might not have received the opportunity before now will, and I believe there's no player better suited to break out this training camp and preseason than rookie Jacob Cowing. Cowing over his collegiate career has played in over 58 games while setting numerous school records along the way. He also is instantly one of San Francisco's fastest players, running his 40-yard dash in 4.38 seconds. But will all this allow Cowing to be successful with San Francisco? We're going to find out. One of the first things many will bring up about Cowing is how he's undersized. He only comes in at 5'8", weighing 170 pounds. And while that might not be successful in all offenses, last year in Houston with Tank Dell, we saw a guy with similar measurables go off in Kyle Shanahan's offense. Cowing was actually a little bit faster than Dell, running his 40-yard dash in 4.38 seconds. And while that's impressive, Cowing's agility might be more so. In college, for instance, defenders would really struggle to keep up with Cowing out of his breaks, especially on routes that had double moves like a whip route. But maybe more importantly to Kyle Shanahan, across his collegiate career, Cowing was an efficient blocker in the running game. So while I don't think Cowing's going to play on the outside, I do think he can find success in San Francisco's slot. A big reason I have so much faith in Cowing is the amount of film he's put out. He has a ton of experience with 58 games over his time at UTEP and Arizona. During those games, he really established himself as a true football player. He did anything the coach asked and usually excelled at high level. On one play, for instance, he would take his screen to the house, and on the next, you would see him run a beautiful corner route. But regardless of how he got the ball, once he did get the ball, he was deadly within his hands, looking to score consistently. During his final year with Arizona, for instance, he led the team and set a school record with 13 receiving touchdowns. What I really liked about Cowing is how he didn't just utilize his speed every single time to score these touchdowns though. You would see him juke out defenders or even sometimes run through them. In addition to that, even though he has a smaller frame, he does a good job extending his catch radius. I mean, he had countless plays like this catch on the sideline. Ultimately, I think Cowing could really be the perfect small slot for San Francisco headed forward, and head into this preseason with more opportunities, I think he's going to show that. And now with Pearsall out, it opens up the perfect opportunity for Cowing to clinch the primary return man duties. Cowing is not just faster than Pearsall, he's available right now, and he kind of reminds me of a Hester or Sproles type. He's just so dynamic with the ball in his hands, he could offer an element not seen to this return game in a long time. So even though there's questions about San Francisco's wide receiver room heading into this training camp and preseason, I'm excited to see which players rise to the occasion, and my bet is on Cowing. Who do you think is going to?